What's up YouTube? This car's rammed with RC. Let's see what's inside. Let's get the non-RC out of the way. So we've got some boots. Do we need them? Nice hole in there for the water. Let's get rid of that. Oh, these are a bit better. Diodora MX4. Maybe I won't throw them as hard. Another one. Some transmission oil. Some more oil. A Maxis Icon Folding 29 attire. Nice and light. Right, more to the juicy stuff. Big yellow hella box. Wonder what's in it. Well, that box just fell down and everything fell out. Like I said, this car's rammed. Let's look inside the box. This looks like the back of an ACOMS transmitter. Inside of an ACOMS. A lot of ACOMS. Getting the impression here. A lot more vintage ACOMS. Look at all that. Cobblers. Will it work? We don't know. More ACOMS. Got some body shells here. Bit of a shame on that. Ford Escort Cosworth. The R4 FMC number plate. Sometimes the number plates I find help you identify which brand and model it actually came on, because they all had a habit of making similar cars, but did often use different stickers, different number plates, help you work it out. If it was, say, a Cen, a Tamiya, Schumacher. I mean, if you know, add it in the comments. Bit of a ropey Focus rally car. I love those martini colours, don't you? Classic. Even make a Ford Focus Mark 1 look good. I might use those as running bodies for demonstrating some rally stuff. Now look, here's a few more interesting bodies. Let's be a bit careful. Shame about that, but that's a Sierra Cosworth 3-door in the old 1/10 size. So for those that don't know, back in the day, this was the size of 1/10. This was what you'd call 1/10 scale. This is what everyone ran. It's what the chassis were, what they race as 1/10 buggy chassis now. And that's in contrast to the new 1/10 scale size. So quite a lot different, but pretty similar wheelbase. Much narrower. It's not what was called Super 10. Again, an old school McLaren F1 body in that old school 1/10 size. As you can see, they look a bit funny. Look a bit squashed and fat in that size. So you can understand why they changed it. It just didn't really look that real. Mondeo Mark 1 touring car in the old size again. Looks a bit odd. But this is what people raced back then. These were the touring cars of the era, the real ones. These are the bodies people wanted, and that's how they looked. I mean, this was openly raced category in the UK. Now this is a Super 10 body, so it's Super Impreza WRC second generation bug eye. Now these are a bit longer wheelbase, what they call Super 10. Some of the Japanese manufacturers made this size car, the HPI Super Nitro RS4, Kyosho FW03s and FW04, and Tamiya TGRs were Super 10. So again, let's get a modern 1/10 body and put them side by side, and you can see you've got a bit longer wheelbase there, an overall bigger body, so they do look quite a fair bit more impressive when you own the model and are driving it, because they are just wider, bigger, longer, heavier. But yeah, that's Super 10 if you wanted to know. These bodies are quite valuable because they're not widely made and not that easy to get hold of. What have we got here? Camaro SS with a big supercharger on the front and a big hole in the back and another hole in the back. Menace 21 sticker, possibly used on a Menace 21, but looks like the HPI body. Oh, another HPI body. This one's got the hood scoop on it. Plymouth Cuda. It's one of my favourite muscle cars. Beautiful body. This was all the rage to put on monster trucks back in the era. They look pretty good on monster trucks, but I think retrofitted to road chassis would be quite good. Again, they're a lot longer than a 1/10 pure 10 type body. I think these were classed as 1/8 bodies, but let's get that focus again for reference. The size, and you can see they're a similar sort of width. Completely different wheelbase. So if you're going to run it, you needed to make an extended 1/10 touring car chassis, which we'll do in a later video, because they do look pretty cool when done. Similar grain. This is the Dodge Charger one. Nice body. Better condition. This will clean up well. So it would be good to make a chassis to run some of these and see them in motion. Let me know what your favourite muscle car bodies are of the era. Got them all nearly here. Got another Plymouth Cuda in green. Nice. Different head scoop. Yeah, that's a different body because it's got a different engine setup on the front. Cool. And one of the iconic bodies of my time, the Celica GT4 WRC. I mean, that's pretty knackered, but when cleaned up and running in the dirt, that'll be interesting. Run by a Toyota Team Europe, so they had German number plates on these. This is the Tamiya body. It's got the sticker, but you can also tell with the oval eye holes would be the Tamiya one. Then what else is in the bottom of this? Some stickers and a load of battery covers for transmitters. few odd wheels, Super 10 size. Speed line. A lot more ACOMs. You will have to excuse the jolting because I'm holding the camera now. What do we think this is? I think this is a Protech phaser, 1/8 scale. A few bits missing from the centre. And running this big body post assembly, so possibly was set up as some sort of rally car. Got some road tyres here. Receiver. Wonder what receiver's in there. Got some telltale yellow, black and red wires. I'm going to hazard a guess at an ACOMS receiver in there. High-tech servos. Toy grade quad bike. Easy tech. You can see from the sides though, this could make an entertaining hard body to fit onto RC chassis. That's why they're here. We might do that. Got another one like that. Oh, he's doing mad stunts in the air. This is going to be super entertaining to fit onto an RC chassis with that guy flying around like that. Oh, look at all that. Just looks like it's going to fall down on top of me. I'm going to put the camera on the stand because I think it's going to be too bumpy. Let's see what we've got here. High-tech Ranger 2N. Oh, that seems alright. Bit crusty. Kyosho Pure 10 Alpha. Oh. Engine seems pretty seized. Chassis looks alright. Got the countersunk chassis. Some later hopped up versions of these had the blue anodized chassis with the countersunk holes and the countersunk screws. Well, I think this is a Tamiya TGX. No pull start. Engine's turning over. Oh, nearly had an avalanche there of RC. What's this? This might give it away. A CEN. Looks like Acme Condor wheels on it. And a different engine. It's not a CEN engine. Oh, what can I see down there? A Force logo. Force engine's good. 2-speed gearbox. Engine is turning over. So we'll probably get the engine out of this. It's making a good sound. What's this? Thunder Tiger EB4 S2. Bit rusty and crusty. That's how we like them. Suspension moving. Couple of servos, not the original ones. Rusty and crusty. Under the seat that's been. Oh, this looks a bit more interesting. What have we got here? Protech Phaser RS. Not heard of one of these before. Can't really get the whole car in that. Look at the arrangement, non-conventional. 1/8 scale, engine at the back. Centre differential and spur gear at the back. I think that was some Mugen cars had that as well. That big long, what looks like aluminium centre drive shaft, and you can see the fluting in the chassis, some sort of CNC chassis under there. Transverse mounted servo, and strangely, given all that weight distribution effort, fuel tank hanging right at the side. Odd, isn't it? That servo over there. So completely non-conventional layout for a rallycross buggy, 8 scale. We'll have an in-depth look at this later. Bit interesting, isn't it? From Protech. Odd suspension arc there. Yeah, we'll definitely have a look at this later. And these are something I don't know too much about. Again, we're talking about that old school 1/10 size, and this is it. And this has got road tyres, body mounts. What are you saying? You reckon that Sierra Cosworth body's going to fit on this? Could be. This could be the one for it. What we got poking out here of this Kyosho Ultima RB. Knackered body, they're always knackered. But that is an OS Max CV. Nice. Iconic cylinder head on that. Transformer style. Pretty cool. Ooh, it's turning over nicely. That's going to make power. OS Max. We'll have a better look at that later. God, this pile's just going on and on. Tamiya NDF. God, these are heavy for a 1/10 size car and a little engine. Oh. Weighs the same as an 8 scale. Uses 8 scale 17mm hex axles. Just another odd one from Tamiya, this. The ubiquitous Chinese buggy of the time. This is an Atomic labelled. These are actually pretty good, and I'd say worth the effort. This is what a lot of you probably have getting into the scene now, and they're pretty good. I'd say they're pretty good. Good engines, good layout, good quality plastics, good suspension. They run right. Cheap parts availability. Now, I'm going to leave it there because this has got to be a multi-part video. As you can see, there's a couple of interesting ones to pull out next. Not to mention all the boxes. So check back later for part 2.